In this video, I discuss all the details of the new cost of living adjustment just announced. Coming up next on Holy Schmidt.
Holy Schmidt!
This year's cost of living adjustment, or COLA, has been the subject of immense speculation over the last several months. The reason is that inflation has been running out of control. Social Security recipients said we do need an increase, of course. We need to keep up with inflation, but what happens to the trust? It's already set to deplete in 2032. This only makes a bad problem worse. Add to that a general distrust of the Social Security Administration by a lot of Social Security recipients, and you have the recipe for a very lively discussion about the cost of living adjustment, the COLA. Let's jump into it, but before we do, I want to show you a poll I ran here on YouTube about 10 days ago. The poll asked, what is this year's Social Security adjustment going to be? The poll had 2,700 respondents, and it ran for, as I mentioned, 10 days. The largest category of respondents, category A, 27%, said the COLA was going to be between 0 and 2%. Category B, 23% of the respondents said it's going to be between 2.1 and 3%. Category C, those respondents said that it's going to be between 3.1 and 4%. That was 13% of the respondents. Category D, again 13%, said it was going to be between 4.1 and 5%. And 23% of the respondents said that it was going to be over 5%. So, not the largest category. Now, historically, the cost of living adjustment was based on the Consumer Price Index. Whatever the CPI-W was, which is approximately CPI overall, that became the number for the cost of living adjustment. But there are some confusing crosswinds. Janet Yellen, for example, has said that this inflation is temporary. It's caused by bottlenecks in the supply chain, basically meaning that if you wanted to buy a house and there are no houses available in your area, well, that bids the price up. Replicate that for lumber if you're building a fence, or cars if you want to buy a new car. If Janet Yellen is right, this means that inflation could slow or even reverse. And let me tell you, it would be a political nightmare if the cost of living adjustment actually went negative. It would also be a nightmare if the government decided to change the methodology because they had to pay out too much this year. In either of those two circumstances, it doesn't look good for the government. So where did it actually come in? Well, last year it was at 1.3%, and that married up perfectly with the Consumer Price Index. This year the number was 5.9%. Despite all of the talking points, despite the wide disparity on opinion, it came back at exactly the CPI number. In other words, category E won the day this time. Don't jump for joy yet. The reason it was so big is because inflation is kicking in. And unless all of your costs are fixed, that means that your costs have gone up as well. Also, I suppose, given the size, the government decided in for a penny, in for a pound. They'll fix the Social Security Trust at a later date, but this year they're dealing into inflation. Thanks for watching my video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. There aren't a lot of channels here on YouTube that focus on retirement and retirement-related planning, and I'm happy to bring you some of the most current information available in this area. If you like this video and you want to see more of me, please make sure you click subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get alerted the next time I post a video. Most weeks I post at least 2, sometimes even 3 times a week. Also, check out this video. It's one that YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy, and they're quite good at picking winners in this area.